kept eating and eating.
क्या कोलगेट खाएगी तू अभी? मतलब are you sure? What?
I was a cat.
Whoa! Even in our 90s. Crazy भाई. ए हैरी पॉटर के चश्मे. भाई ये क्या टॉयलेट है भाई, एकदम पिंकिश भाई. Okay.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, pretty big I must say. दारू रखा है इधर कचरे के डब्बे में. वाह रे. कब पीती.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Built in 1937, Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Celebrity, let's go.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Mole man.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr. अबे यहीं से तो आया हूँ मैं.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
A week before we left.
Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
और यहाँ पे कुछ अबे चेयर क्यों रखा इधर? Oh, there's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Eddie Finch. Oh.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wow, okay, secret room. कैसा भाई, कितने अच्छे से डिस्क्राइब किया कि कहाँ पे है वो, कितना भाई. लाइक वो बुक जो खुला यहाँ पे नहीं है, यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ पे खोला, बू खुल गया. वाह भाई.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
ठीक है. क्या है ये सब? Calvin Finch, born 25th of April 1950. 1961 को मर गया 11 साल की उम्र में. Milton. Oh. Wow. Fort Calvin. That's me, actually.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Had a twin?
And that he never talked about him.
तो Calvin twin था.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
I didn't like history any more than my mom did. Calvin. Okay, Calvin का story है.
How I Want to Remember
My Brother by Sam Finch.
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Whoa. Okay, what's going on?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom.
He died
And
before
he
he ate another mushroom.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Dinner's ready.
Coming! But that day,
He finally made up his mind to do it. वो भाई क्या हो रहा है?
I told him going around was impossible.
Impossible. मतलब अच्छा पेड़ क्या अच्छा
Maybe if I
swing.
hadn't said that.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked
Maybe
up,
if the wind hadn't picked up.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd
Whoa!
already made up his mind.
भाई मैं हमेशा से चाहता था कि जब भी मैं स्विंग करूंगा ना मुझे ऐसा पूरा पेड़
That's
में
what I
ऐसा
want to
घूमने का
remember
है
about my brother.
लाइक पूरा ऐसा 360 घूमना है पूरा मैं हमेशा से चाहता था अभी भी चाहता हूँ कि मैं कभी स्विंग करूँ तो 360 घूम जाऊँ पूरा इतना स्पीड कहीं करने क्या वाला है वो लाइक व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्लाई क्या करने वाला है ये एंड भाई वेट वो क्या कर रहा है ये अबे क्या कर रहा है ये
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
भाई नौजिया हो रहा था मेरे को करते हुए लाइक वो घूम रहा था तो So that's how Calvin died, huh?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
He always wanted to fly. That day he made his mind. And he flied. Okay, I'm a bit of a sad here. बड़ा दुखी तो हूँ भाई के how like
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Roped off. अच्छा. Fort Sam. Whoa. Secret passage? Damn. Whoa, okay. खुल जा. Oh, भाई crazy. Damn. Secret rooms बहुत है इस घर में. सैम नाम तुम लोगों को यहाँ याद आता रहेगा. Uncharted 4 का Sam Drake.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Foot in the room again. क्योंकि वो रूम शायद उसको कैल्विन का याद दिलाता होगा कि उसकी गलती की वजह से कि उसने बोला था कि वो स्विंग कभी 360 डिग्री
The
घूम नहीं सकता.
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
ये किसका रूम है? बारबरा का रूम है
Growing
यहाँ.
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
मतलब इतना फेम के बाद dreadful stories.
Of
Barbara
all the
Finch.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Of all the
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
What?
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right!
Whoa.
Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages.
Oh.
There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
भाई कुछ क्या होने वाला है?
She reached for the music box.
आओ मुझे करना है?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, थोड़ा horror हो रहा है अभी. Okay, I am controlling this thing. Okay. Don't tell me.
She
Gang.
found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
भाई ये कितना क्रिएटिव है ये हम लोग कॉमिक के जो कैरेक्टर है उसके पर्सपेक्टिव से खेल रहे हैं लाइक दिख रहा है कि कॉमिक है ये एंड हम लोग लाइक ऐसे खेल रहे हैं भाई दिस इज गो लाइक कितना क्रिएटिवली बना है
The
इसने
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
यहाँ पे जाना है मेरे को
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Okay. I'm ready for it. अच्छा ये इसका बॉयफ्रेंड था मुझे लगा
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Yes.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She
angry.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Okay.
Hours later,
Barbara! Walter? What's going
Walter?
on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Yeah, like every sister and like every sister like हर बहन को like जब भी तुम ऐसे like डरे हुए दिखाते हैं वो ट्रिक होता है तो भाई बहुत मारते हैं लोग कैसे चढ़ूं मैं ऊपर हाँ लाइक कहाँ से जाऊं मैं What the hell क्या हो रहा है भाई I am ready for anything Walter ना
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished.
vanished
Bedside radio was still on. Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh my freaking god!
Saw the hookman and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
ओ भाई चल तेरी ड्रामे भिड़ेगा
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
आजा रे भिड़ ले
Hey, Barbara,
आजा
there's gotta be another way out of here.
There's gotta be another way out here. Another way. ये
That night, she played her part beautifully.
अभी क्या करूँ? यहाँ से निकलूँ? Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. बैकस्टैप करूँगा भाई अब तो तेरे को, देख तू। चल तेरी ड्रामे। ये गिरा।
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
क्यों? Like, what's going to happen now? वो स्केलेटन मुझे डरा रहा है। दूसरा स्केलेटन कहाँ से आया? तुम लोग भाई हो? क्या चल रहा है भाई? आधा रे भिड़ो भाई, कौन है? गायब नहीं होना चाहिए वो, गायब हुआ रहेगा तो भाई खतरा है। गायब हो गया साला।
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was
Ding dong. Don't tell me. मैं रेडी हूँ रे, भिड़, कोई भी आए।
at the door.
नाड़ो।
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
मतलब? Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah. मेरा भी ये रिएक्शन होता है।
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
ये साला
She saw
प्रैंक
what
था।
kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous.
What?
Her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
मॉन्स्टर्स? मुझे लगा तो प्रैंक है, बट भाई वो मॉन्स्टर्स ने
Edie
खा
told me all
लिया
Barbara wanted was to be
बारबरा को।
remembered. As absurd as that comic was, maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Was not a happy ending. Oh my god, भाई। So
I guess
that's
now
how
I know why
Barbara
Mom
died.
didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, क्योंकि उस म्यूजिक बॉक्स के अंदर बारबरा का कान मिला था। भाई क्रेजी शिट भाई।
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
आई गेस अभी मुझे बेसमेंट में जाना है क्योंकि मुझे मालूम पड़ेगा कि मुझे क्या करना है उधर। यार नाउ आई कैन डू दिस। पहले मैं कर रहा था तब नहीं हो रहा था, अभी हो रहा है। वो भाई प्लीज भाई डोंट टेल मी। यहाँ पे खून वून नहीं लगाया, कुछ नहीं है। मैं भी स्टिक उठा लेता भाई। स्वेन, यहाँ पे वो फ्रिज था ना?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
टेटनस शॉट। टेटनस का इंजेक्शन, मेटल कोई एक जंक लगा हुआ मेटल में एक होगा तो वो लगता तो टेटनस का इंजेक्शन लगता है ना, आई गेस। या Sven.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
ये तो वही फ्रिज है।
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
भिड़लो चोरो।
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
क्या ये? तेरा क्यों है भाई? अबे पूरा अंडरग्राउंड बेसमेंट है।
Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Whoa, okay.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
मतलब एक बहुत कम एज पे लोग मर गए। वॉल्टर का स्टोरी मिल गया।
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh.
I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the week.
Whoa.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Routine.
Having a schedule, living for today.
Living for today.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough,
you get used to anything. True. If you wait long enough, you will get used to anything.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Almost friendly.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
हर दिन ये 12 बजे खाना खाने बैठता है।
Whatever that thing was, it was
और वो
gone.
डॉल अभी sad क्यों है?
Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Whoa. Crazy भाई। Underground basement। बारबरा के बाद इसको ट्रॉमा हो गया।
I know it's out there somewhere.
Out there somewhere.
Whatever killed Barbara.
Whatever killed Barbara.
And Molly.
Molly.
And Calvin.
Calvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
All a mistake. What is he doing?
But I need to stop living the same day.
The same day.
Even if it kills me.
भाई लाइक जब स्मैशिंग के लिए वो जब वो ऐसा लाइक वैसा मार रहा है तो जो वो ऐसा लाइक समझिए एक्स मेरे हाथ में, ठीक है, ये जैसे ऐसा उठा रहा है तो वर्ड्स भी पीछे जा रहे हैं उसके, जैसे मार ठाक ठाक एंड लास्ट में जैसे वो दीवार टूटा वो वर्ड्स भी ऐसे बिखर गए। भाई कितना डिटेलिंग है, छोटा छोटा डिटेलिंग।
I want you to know I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it. मतलब अपनी फियर को फेस करने जा रहा है।
Appreciate all of it, especially the food.
All of it, especially the food.
I don't mind if I only have a year left.
I don't mind if only a year left, or month, or a day बोलेगा।
Or a single week.
A single week.
I'd be happy with one new day.
With one new day.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
जहाँ पे वो रूटीन उसका, ये उसका वो डॉल.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
यहीं से वो टनल होगा.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Like Walter.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Whoa.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
What happened to everyone else?
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Walter.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
True.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
भाई इसने मेरा legit feeling अभी describe किया है. इसने बोला कि मैं lost थी जैसे अभी तुम हो probably. I am lost in this story भाई. What's going on? क्या हो रहा है ये? I'm really lost in this story भाई.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Third इसको इधर जाना ना कभी.
Look at the house.
When you look at the house.
That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
खुल जा. अच्छा यहाँ से खुलता है. यहाँ पे जाना है guys.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long we've just gotten
used to it. Surrounded by
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
अब मुझे बुरा लग रहा है भाई. एक cemetery बना के finish
It's
किया.
embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Eddie. तो ये सब वो है जो लाइक जिस तरीके से मरे ये लोग. ये पेट सेमेट्री है यहाँ पे. लाइक इतने सारे पेट मरे. मॉली ये कैट के साथ कैट आउल वो सांप वो इसमें वो सब है जो जिसकी तरह से वो जी थी. लाइक आउल शार्क ठीक है कैट सांप ये कैल्विन जो उड़ना चाहता था. Okay, I can look through it.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Edie. Old house है ये उनका.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Edie's side. Okay. Like I don't. मैं पता है
The
मैं
older I get, the
but
more
older-
I can see where my mom was coming from.
Like ये स्टोरी में मैं इतना खो गया हूँ मैं कमेंट्री करना भूल गया भाई.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch, Gus Finch, Louis Finch, Milton Finch,
She lost
Sanjay
two of her
Kumar.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
संजय कुमार इंडियन जेन्युइन पूरा इंडियन नाम है संजय कुमार भाई.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
Ask my mom now.
Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
All along.
For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
ये ट्री हाउस में जो कुछ मिलेगा I guess.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I
So
never
much.
would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
भाई तू 22 weeks pregnant तू क्या कर रही है तू क्लाइंबिंग ये छतों में क्यों चढ़ रही है भाई. भाई गिर गए तो क्या होगा भाई तेरा.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Lot in common.
They were both
Wow.
pretty intense.
इंटेंस बैकग्राउंड भी चालू हो गया.